Maybe you can just sum up what it means for the organization and the city to be back in the playoffs.
I mean, it's fantastic. It's exciting. It's as you know, Bruce, long overdue. So I think we're walking with a little jump in their step this morning. It's good for the community, obviously, as well, for Ottawa-Gatineau. It's the bars, the restaurants, the hotels. It's good for everybody. So it's fantastic.
When do you anticipate your first game of the first round will be and how that will go?
Not sure yet. All we've been told from the league is that it's likely the East will open on the Sunday. So, if we're a road team, could be Sunday or Monday it'd open. If we're a home team, it would be Sunday or Monday as well, obviously.
Do you have a preference on who you'd like to see in the first round?
It's bad karma to pick your opponent, so I'm not going to do that. But obviously, I think a lot of fans would like to see the Battle of Ontario. That'd be a lot of fun. Steve will probably have his own views on that as well. But no, we're happy to be in the situation we're in right now. We're happy that we've got a little bit of time now to do a bit of planning. That wasn't like a last game of the year type of thing. That helps us as well.
We've had a good run recently with ticket sales. This morning, do you expect even more frenzy and a little more?
Yeah, we've had a lot of frenzy the last 24 hours. So we've sold 50 season seats yesterday. Yeah, 50 yesterday, and over 200 inquiries last night after the clinching. So which is a lot for us. So that's exciting. We've added almost 600 new season seat owners in the last 5 weeks, and we expect that to continue as we lead up to the playoffs. So we got some work to do to rebuild our season seat base, and nothing helps that more than getting into the playoffs. It's huge.
What's been a priority for you now, sir? I imagine the tickets for playoffs in a big way kind of take care of themselves. So what's the priority between now and your first home playoff game?
Yeah, I mean, the tickets is a bit of work, Kyle. We got a bit of work there. So what we'll do is we'll go out to our season seat owners now, make sure they've got what they need. We're going to sell to new season seat owners. That's going to take place probably over another week. And then we'll assess where the inventory's at. Then we'll go out to the general public somewhere between the 15th and the 18th of April. We'll get out to them with single individual game tickets. And then the rest of the planning's in full steam. We got to find, 80,000 rally towels here in about 10 days. We got to get them here to Ottawa. We've got plans for the CIBC Red Zone Plaza. We're going to activate that. We got to get that going. What are we going to do out there? We're going to hire bands. We're going to, hopefully the weather will cooperate. We'll have some outdoor patios for our restaurants. Doing all the planning in the arena. Game production, we want that to elevate a bit. What can we do differently? What can we bring into it to help that? So there's a lot of planning going on right now, and it's a good problem to have. That your staff, as I said, are pretty excited about the opportunity to show what they can do at a playoff time.
Are you thinking of bringing back Danger Flutes, the old Sens theme? A lot of fans have been asking about that.
Yeah, we're committed for the opening to stick with the bell ringing. So that's part of the planning is who do we have coming in to special guests to ring the bell for us. So yeah, but we're continue to use Danger Flutes throughout all of our planning, our game production, our marketing. You hear our ads, we're using that a lot. So.
On a personal point of view, you've been here since day one, just thick and thin and all that. How much do you appreciate this confirmation compared to the others?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I was here in the early 2000s, I think we maybe took playoffs for granted. It was just let's get through the regular season and get to the playoffs. So when you're not there, the absence makes the heart grow fonder. It's been 8 years, so I really value this time of year. I really appreciate it. I hope I don't take it for granted. I hope my staff and my team don't take it for granted either.
There's a possibility you guys play Toronto in the first round. I know a lot of Sens fans might be worried that the stadium might conclude. What are you trying to do to ensure that if that were to happen, that it's mostly Sens fans in the building? Yeah, I mean, what we're doing obviously is taking care of our season seat owners first and adding new season seat owners. So I think that's the best medicine. The way to get your building full of your own fans is to have it full of season seat owners, and that's part of what we need to do here. And playoffs will help us increase that season seat base. When do you expect tickets to go on sale for like the general public?
General public, April 15th to 18th, somewhere in that window.
Will you try generic ticket sales outside of Ottawa area? I don't think you can.
No, you can't do that, and we won't try to do that. Look, our plan, Brent, is to, talk to our season seat members, get them what they need. We think those are the true Sens fans, and then we'll go out to the general public.
Based on past history, making the playoffs, is there a trend, Cyril, as far as percentage of increase in season ticket sales that you could go on, or?
No, that every year's different. We expect this year to be quite a big lift because we haven't been there in 8 years. So if you've been there 10 years in a row, the lift's a little, not as much. We noticed, in the 2000s that the further you went, the more it went up. I think we'll get that benefit, I think, earlier this year because it has been 8 years since we've been in the playoffs. So I think fans are genuinely excited when you get, 200 inbound inquiries overnight saying, how do I get playoff tickets? How do I get season tickets? That's significant for us.
Can you describe just the significance of revenue that playoff hockey in this building brings to a franchise that's been in 20 years for it?
Yeah, it's significant. There's a revenue share, obviously, with the league, so it doesn't all go to the team. But I really think the big benefit for the club from a financial perspective is in the following year. So, you get that lift from your ticket base, and then that carries into the next year. Everybody's excited about the next year. So we've always seen that the financial windfall, or if we call it that, is a year, the next year ahead. It's good for business here, as I said, in the community. I think, if you talk to a bar owner or a restaurant owner, they're pretty excited about the fact that we're in the playoffs. That's good for business here.
I saw a letter pass on Reddit for the season member tickets. You said that we will have measures in place to monitor playoff resale activity. Can you explain?
Yeah, so when we go out to our ticket holders and say, look, we're going to sell you some extra tickets, they can't resell them. So we turn off the resale. There is a resale that we can turn off on those tickets. So we don't want them, buying them from us at a discount and reselling them to opposing teams' fans at a premium. So that's the process there. That's one of the measures, I guess, that we are taking to kind of limit the resale of tickets, is that we turn it off when we can. But, we went out with a letter from myself basically saying, look, we want you to put these tickets in Sens fans' hands and come and enjoy playoff hockey.
So if it's not Toronto, we want to limit the New Jersey here.
Well, no matter who it is, but yeah, particularly if it's Toronto. Yeah, exactly.
Probably no matter who you play in that first round, there's going to be a lot of attention, not just on the team, but on Brady Tkachuk, who's going to be in the playoffs for the very first time. What do you think of that potential of, like, not just Sportsnet, obviously, but an ESPN or a TNT looking to focus on Brady Tkachuk getting to experience his first postseason, considering the stardom that he's been kind of riding since the Four Nations? Yeah,
I mean, I feel pretty good for Brady that it's been 500 plus games and he hasn't played a playoff game, so that's great for him. I'm not feeling too good about the other team because Brady's going to get unleashed in the playoffs, and I think we'll see the real competitor that he is and the team leader. I think if we played Florida, I'm pretty sure that's high interest to ESPN and the American viewers. So we have the two Tkachuk brothers playing against each other. I think they've already said that they'd like to cover that if that in case was a playoff matchup. But we've got lots of other players that I think will show their mettle as well. And Thomas Chabot's another one that's been 500 plus games. I know he's pretty excited about getting into a playoff game.